Alright guys, today's going to be a shorter video. Really nothing has changed on the chart since yesterday. It's the weekend, so don't expect a lot of volatility. But there are a few things I might have missed from yesterday's video or that we have new on the chart today. So we'll talk about that and give you an update on the TA today. So something we saw at the lows that I forgot to mention in my recent videos is that we actually had a 1-day bullish divergence, a regular bull div of lower lows on the daily closes, whereas you had higher lows on your RSI relative strength index. That is a very bullish sign. Usually marks macro lows, such as when we had a daily bullish divergence back over here in July. You see those lower lows on price, higher lows on the RSI, and that marked a very nice low that sent Bitcoin all the way up around 30% from that wick low. So yeah, the fact that we had one of these on the charts is extremely bullish to see, but something I had warned of when we actually got up to the highs of this range back here is that we had a hidden bearish divergence of higher highs on the RSI, but lower highs on price. So that could have been a sign that the top was coming in here, and you could see, you had a hidden bear div into an exaggerated bear div of highs at the same level, whereas you had lower highs on RSI. So these confluences with your relative strength index and divergences can definitely signal tops and bottoms. And as far as a hidden bear div coming in right now, we do have the potential. Is it printed just yet? No, we still have lower lows on the RSI, but as this marches up, I would expect to start printing. You could see one of these form where you got the higher highs on RSI but lower highs on price. So we'll see if that does in fact play out. Just the potential on the chart. But what is something I like to see is that if we take a trend of these two highs, you do see we are flipping this into support now. So these trends on RSI can play out a lot of the time. So if we can flip this into support, that is going to be looking very, very bullish for us and show a lot of strength in the market right now. Something else that shows a lot of strength is that we didn't even come down to fill the CME gap. The buying pressure was too much, and we have now flipped the daily EMA into support. So that's something that's really nice to see. You want to be holding this EMA during the bull markets. So getting above that's pretty awesome. Getting above this low end range like we talked about yesterday is pretty awesome. Now we just want to see if we can flip some of our higher levels into support, mainly some of these higher volume levels up here. Point of control of the entire range is sitting at around 64,500. So getting above these highs and back testing them as support is what we want to see play out here on the chart to have confirmation that we are in fact going to go to all-time highs. Getting in here to more of the short-term time frame, we could talk about some more divs we have going on. We talked about those hidden bear divs, and we actually see some hidden bull divs here on the hourly time frame. Higher lows on price, lower lows on the RSI, showing a lot of selling pressure getting absorbed at the current level. We have a bit of a trend of this as well, right? Since this low back here, we have been forming these lower lows on RSI, higher lows on price. This definitely could just continue to march on up. That's normally what happens when you do have these hidden bull divs on the uptrend, is that you don't really need to retrace a lot of this. So we'll see what does happen. Am I saying to long this? No, probably not, because a retrace is definitely likely to the value area high, back test some more of this range, and especially because it is the weekend, you're probably going to retrace back into this stuff later on anyway. But yeah, we got a lot of bullish signs on the short term and macro term for Bitcoin. Now let's talk about some more stuff that has changed on the charts, such as Bitcoin dominance. And this actually made a new higher high than we had previously. This is something I didn't really want to see, right? We had the lower low. I wanted to see us print a lower high and for us to continue a downtrend on the dominance, signaling more of an altcoin season. But it looks like Bitcoin is showing strength here, so that makes sense. We have a lot of institutional money now in Bitcoin, not in the altcoins, so Bitcoin showing strength continuously makes some sense. I don't expect the altcoin season to be quite like 2020 where everybody's just throwing their money into random stuff. But even with Bitcoin dominance coming up, I know that there are many coins out there that are outperforming Bitcoin at the current moment. So that's why it is just kind of pertinent in this market that you get into the right plays. I've been hounding on that throughout my analysis. Like, hey, if you're going to get into altcoins, research, because 99.9% of projects are going to continue to underperform Bitcoin in all scenarios. But the fact that money is still flowing into Bitcoin versus your altcoins could signal that we're going to have a bit of a larger rally, right? Because usually the top doesn't come in until Bitcoin dominance drops, as it has done in our previous cycles, right? You have Bitcoin dominance drop all the way down to the lows, and that's where the top actually does come in for crypto. So if Bitcoin dominance is going to continue to kind of chop up here before heading on down, that could signal that we are going to go into maybe 2025, something like that. But we'll see, because of monetary policy, because of the amount of money retail has. Maybe alts just don't ever outperform Bitcoin, at least as a conglomerate, right? Like I said, many of your alts are already outperforming Bitcoin. There's going to be an altcoin season. It's just going to be a smaller collective of coins that actually have those big runs of 5, 10, 20 X's, right? But yeah, I thought I'd bring this up. It's pretty noteworthy that Bitcoin dominance is coming up. You know, we see ETH Bitcoin pair continuing to come down here. It couldn't really hold these nice higher lows within that, so we'll see. I mean, this isn't looking structurally super good. It doesn't really look like a sweep that's going to be bullish, but ETH Bitcoin, we'll just have to continue to watch this. We are still wicking off that low. If we can fire up here with a nice bullish hammer, then that would be looking pretty good. But so far, Bitcoin's definitely just showing some strength right now. And other than that, there's really not too much to talk about when it comes to the altcoin market. Still same thoughts on it. I think we're going to have an altcoin season sooner rather than later. The Fed's going to cut soon, so there should be a lot of retail euphoria into the markets after that. And I think we got some real exciting times ahead of us. But if you have any questions about anything I talked about, or just want to join the community for this channel, link to my Discord is in the description down below. Also below that is a VIP Discord. It's specifically for leveraged trading. It's not a signals group. I'm just trying to provide value because people had asked for it, but it is a work in progress. So it's 25% off right now for the content in there. Click the link to learn more about it. Decide for yourself if it's worth the money or not. And then also below those links are my exchange partners. So definitely go ahead and check out those exchanges to get some rewards and bonuses exclusive to those that sign up using my referral links down below. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.